Hi, I'm Betty Martin. I'm the developer of the Wheel of Consent and the developer of the 5-day training like a pro. It's been my great honor to train up other faculty and trainers, and among those is Sasha Lasdon, who you get to meet here. I've known Sasha for several years. When you first came to like a pro a couple times and you assisted a few times, and now are co-teaching with other trainers. And I want to say first what I appreciate about having you in the room.
Mm.
One is your sense of playfulness and clarity and very accepting of where people are in their process and in their journey. I really appreciate that. And when you lead an exercise or an experiment, I can count on that it's going to be led well and with compassion and with clarity, giving the instructions and supporting people in their experiences. And yeah, sense of play, second to none.
Thank you. That lands very well in my system.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And tell us a little bit about who you are, and what your background and what you bring.
Hmm. Well, again, my name is Sasha. Use they, them pronouns. Um, I have the honor of getting to be on the faculty with the School of Consent and lead Wheel of Consent workshops. Um, I have a one-on-one practice as a somatic sex educator and have for a little over 10 years now. Some other backgrounds that I hold that influence how I approach this work. About 20 or more years in dance work, specifically contact improvisation, circus work, and aerial dance, as well as integrated and disability dance. Um, a long time teaching as a gynecological TA at a medical school, and a long time in queer spaces and in sexuality spaces and in political spaces of varying kinds. Uh,
Mm. Yeah, that's going to enrich your experience of teaching and what you bring. Yeah. What would you say is your special sauce that you
Beyond
that you bring
barbecue
into the
sauce.
room?
Um, I really love pulling from a deep well of embodied practices. Um, in that, having gotten to clown with Patch Adams many, many years ago, making something that seems so big into a smaller bite-sized chunk, and noticing where the small pieces are that need to be expanded a little bit,
Mm,
or call for that,
yeah.
um, allowing for perspective changes and how that can happen slowly in a layered way over time or in an instant.
Hmm.
I definitely there was a quote that I learned from Gil Headley that is hold your good practices dearly, but have the stories about them, hold those lightly, tell them lightly.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, I like that.
And so having the seriousness and a little bit of levity as well as, just not grasping things too hard,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think is something that I bring. Happy to do a cartwheel and a handstand in a room.
That is sometimes exactly what you need. Yeah, I agree. Your long, full background of embodied practices in many different forms just really shows up in the room because you trust them, you trust that they're going to take people somewhere, and you know how to hold a container of people experimenting with them when it's new to them. And yeah, I really appreciate that about having you in the room.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I really deeply believe that there are so many access points that are possible to the same well of information.
Hmm.
So also in that trusting that people come in with their own access points, and it's partially up to me to suss out and find out what those are to
Hmm.
shed a light on them or to make them available or to
Yeah.
find them so that people can find the pathway in. And kind of a guiding piece of my teaching is the the material is the teacher, the practices are
Hmm.
the teacher, and my responsibility is to point the way in that direction.
Yes.
People's learning can really blossom from that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe that's why we're a pretty good fit because we teach very strongly that it's the wheel of consent and getting into the quadrants that the learning happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Something that I've appreciated about your teaching and probably what gave me deep access to it too.
Mm, thank you.
Thank you for that.
So, y'all come out and play with Sasha and me and the other teachers. Thank you for joining us, and I really am thankful to have you on the faculty.
Thank you, Betty. It's wonderful to be here, and I'm so appreciative that I get to learn from you and work with you and teach in the space with you too.
Thank you.